Hey, what's up, you guys? I am the Mighty MC, and today we're going to talk about this Miguron Vakor. I got this on White Mountain Knives. It was under 40 bucks with a 10% off code. And when I see these materials, which are 14C 28N, G10, and a crossbar lock from a reputable maker for under 40 bucks, I get really curious. So, is it a good knife that is inexpensive, or is it just a cheap made knife? So let's take a look at him. There's our blade. Thumb stud deployment and crossbar lock. Really nice stone wash. I think that's really attractive for this price range especially. Nice grippy G10. The only billboarding on the whole thing is their logo on the pivot there and 14C28 in there on the blade. These are all T8 body screws. The very comfortable thumb studs on the crossbar and the actual blade are both T6s, but they are both nice and comfortable, chamfered well, no sharp edges, makes it easy to use. Lanyard hole right here, right here. The pocket clip might be the one big negative here. He's not inset, he's not reversible, which will kill you lefties. I don't care, but he is nice and deep carry. Look at that, he comes all the way out past the edge a little bit. It's kind of flexible, maybe too flexible, but that remains to be seen. T8s here on the body again, T6 on the pocket clip, T6, T8, T6. So, really nice looking blade. Look how thin it is. I gotta have something to show you though. Let's do the penguin. I'm not shaking too much here tonight. Let's do the penguin. Look how thick the blade is. It's kind of crazy how thin this blade is. So I really like that. The action is nice and snappy. I don't have any problems with that. I can deploy it every way. Thumb, reverse flick, all those good things. Here's the only jimping on the whole thing. One negative you might not like, it is a light omega spring. And it is one position there. So you cannot adjust it. There's no adjustment at all on this one. Really nice handle though. Comfortable 4-finger grip. You can also get up in here for a push. Although again, there's no jimping on the blade. But I don't think this is the kind of knife I'd be doing a lot of like hard push cuts with anyway, because of how thin the blade is. Super lightweight. I'll throw the actual number up. I think it's 2.05 ounces. One reason it's so light, if you can see it right there, there is the partial liner. Right here, this rounded out area. And it only comes a little bit past this screw. So it's not much of a liner. And they even did weight reduction on the already super light G10 scales. So that's how they achieve that super lightness. Now there's a little bit of flex in the handle, but I really got to squeeze it. It's not a real life use case scenario. So I wouldn't worry about that because I wouldn't use it that way. Again, I want to show you this too. Check this out. I don't have any other crossbar that does this. Like, you can not barely, I am pulling the crossbar hard. But that's just pulling the crossbar. That's nothing else. I have like 15, I think I counted 15 crossbar locks. Not one other crossbar lock does that. Where's the raccoon? Raccoon, I can't duplicate that if I try. I can't really barely duplicate that with a little wrist swing. Now, obviously, this is a bigger, heavier blade, so it's not quite the same thing, but I just don't have another one that does that. It kind of surprised me. Anyway, moving on. Now, we saw something like this on the Civivi Cubit, and they called it a cap lifter. I wouldn't use it that way. Probably use that in a pinch. I don't use my knives that way, other than my Swiss Army knives, which have the dedicated tool for it. So, under 40 bucks, though, I thought that was a great deal. And I've had really good luck with Miguron. So I'm going to show you some common household items. I know I do a lot of size comparisons with knives, but let's do the Bic lighter, a standard Bic lighter. So there you go. Maybe if I can line it up, dummy. So what do we got? Let's do that. So what? Maybe 2 1/3 or 2 1/4 Bic lighters. It's not bad. Let's do the Mo Jarl. Mo Jarl was a much different piece. He's very sturdy. He's got thick, exposed liners, which is nice. They're not proud. They don't sit past the scales, but They are nice and thick. The blade's nice and thick. So very different knife. Still a great deal. The Penguin, let's go ahead and do him since we've already got him out. And these are very similar in size. If you don't have a Penguin, get a damn Penguin. They're coming out with a crossbar lock too in June, I think they said. So really similar size knife there. What else do I have? Oh, this one's going to be coming up on a review as well. This is the CRKT Squid XM in 14C and purple G10. Kind of a, I don't know, violet maybe? I don't know. He's a button lock. He's kind of cool. And finally, the Ontario Rat. Let's do him. He's a beast. So, big knife, big handle, big blade. The handle's a lot bigger. And the blade's a lot bigger too, I guess. I thought the blades were closer in size, but not really. Not really. The Rat blows him out of the water. So, what do we have here, guys? I think it's a really nice value. And all the Miguron knives I've had have been nice values. I think this is going to be great for somebody who wants a really lightweight carry. And again, I'll throw it up here, but I think it's 2.05 ounces. If you want a lightweight, like shorts carry or whatever, and you don't want a little knife, like a mini knife, like a fifth pocket or something, but you still want a capable knife, I think this will handle all light EDC tasks. And I think it'd be a great shorts carry. I wouldn't be afraid to do some cutting with this. Obviously, I'm not going to baton wood with it or try to chop down a tree. I don't think the blade's going to handle it. I don't think the scales are made for it. So, just not the purpose of the knife. So, the Miguron Vakor, when I was on White Mountain, when I bought this one, it was just under 40 bucks after a 10% 39 change, maybe 39 even, I don't know. They had 3 versions. Be aware, though, there's a gray handle, and the blade on that one is gray PVD. If you want that, that's cool. I just want you to be aware. I got myself like that on the Vosteed Porcupine, where I don't want gray PVD. I'm not a big PVD fan ever, and I didn't realize that the Vosteed Porcupine had that gray PVD, so now that's what I have. So just be aware. If that's what you want, great. If not, just, you know, I think there's a white handle and a black PVD, and then there's this stonewash and black G10. So, Miguron Vakor, I am the Mighty MC. Thank you for watching. I look forward to hearing your comments. What do you guys think? Is this a well-made knife that's inexpensive, or is this just a cheap-made knife? I'll talk to you guys soon.